What's going on, everybody? I know you're probably not used to seeing my face, but Kevin is predisposed at the moment, so I'm taking over the Kevin Yee live stream just for now. My name is Zach. You've probably seen me on his channel, and yeah, this is where I get to talk about random stuff. I'm just gonna give a couple of moments for people to trickle into this live stream. Hey, Western, how's it going? Hey, Patrick. Yeah, it's me. That's right. This is so weird. Like sitting in his setup. What you do? What did I do with Kevin? I did other stuff, so I thought I'd entertain everybody for the next however many minutes. Oh, it's Mariel. Hey, Mariel. Hey, Mariel, do me a favor. Could you message everybody in the Facebook Live and our team to get them to jump onto YouTube, bump up the likes, use live stream, and then we can actually have a productive dialogue on here. This will be an interesting platform to interface with people, and it's public, so folks can also jump in. Um, yeah, it's nice to be in the Refugee Hustle headquarters. And Mario, if you haven't done this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it to I'm gonna message everybody on Facebook right now, get them to jump in. And then I'll address some of the comments, maybe talk a little bit about why I am here and what I think about this. Kevin's got a really cool setup, by the way, you guys. You guys are very lucky. You guys get to tune into high quality stuff. Oh, thank you, Marielle, for doing that. This will be good because apparently there are some members of my team that are also dying for me to address them as well because I don't give them enough attention. So that's what this is all about. Thank you, Marielle, for doing that, and thank you for tuning in. We got a few people trickling into this live stream today. This is so great to be able to use some prime quality equipment. If anybody is not familiar with my YouTube channel, I mean, typically I just broadcast off of my iPhone or my point and shoot, but Kevin's got like, a ring light setup. He's got an SM7. So this is all really cool. And I'm enjoying this thoroughly. Anywho, all right. So what do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking? Right now, kind of just YouTube and the high ticket closing stuff that Kevin advocates for. So that's just about all that I do. Um, and we just had our seventh class last night. Got to do it, and we have actually a bonus class tonight. I almost forgot about that. Gosh, what is your YouTube channel called? It's just my name, Zach King. But this is about Kevin. I don't want to plug myself, but I'm here to talk about some interesting stuff for Kevin. Um, let's see. But yeah, I am here in LA. We'll be here for a couple of days to work with Kevin on some stuff, also to do my HTC assignments. We don't really get assignments since the class is now officially a wrap, but yeah, it's just been good. And if anybody has any particular questions, I will happily address them in the live chat. There really isn't an agenda for today, but I thought this would be a fun exercise, and I get to use Kevin's setup. So, um, yeah. Oh, okay. So David's asking for a link. Gosh, I wish I could. Actually, so Kevin, there's got to be an easier way to do this, right? Where I can share this link on Facebook. Yeah, that's right. Share the link on a Facebook chat. I'm gonna do that right now so we can yeah, okay. Anyways, this will be good because hopefully some other people in our closing team will be able to interface and we actually get to have a fun discussion here. That's right. There's a different Asian in the spot of Kevin Yee. Probably not what you guys are used to. But you know what? Different is always a good thing. Change is good. Without change, nothing moves forward. I believe Ty Lopez said something like that at one point. um, yeah. And also let me know in the live chat if you are able to hear me and who you are, if you are coming from Facebook, just because, I don't get to do this very often, but this is fun. Kevin's got a legit setup. Oh, thank you, Kevin, for sending the link to everybody. Yeah. Kevin's a busy guy, he's like editing videos, doing stuff, running his own closing team, so he doesn't always have time to come on YouTube and um well, that's not true. He's doing YouTube related stuff right now, so um but it's good that he has live streaming enabled. This makes it easy for me to just sit in. Does anybody have any questions? If you have questions, please. Tao's asking, how do I comment? Oh my gosh, learn how to use YouTube live stream. Learn to use. Tao, you don't know how to comment? Guys, chat on there. Chat on here, guys. We're live. Chat on there, guys. We're live. Yeah, Tao, if you can hear this, there's a chat bubble. I don't know if you're on mobile or if you're on a desktop. If you're on a computer, I think it should be pretty self-explanatory. You should be able to see the chat window. If you're on a mobile device, then you might have to click on the bubble to expand on the live stream. But let's see. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about my HTC journey, how I felt. I feel like the 7 weeks was awesome. I think a lot of people who follow on here, what do you mean, David? You can type on the live chat in the thing. You just have to hit the bubble. Here, I'll prove it to you because I'll physically go on my phone right now and watch my own stream. I'll show you what's up. Yeah, so if you go on a mobile device, there is a button right here that says live chat. You see that middle button right here? Everybody tuning, can you see that? If you see that middle button right here, it says live chat, and that's where you can type in your comments. Yes, this is not Kevin. This is Zach. This is Zach sitting in for Kevin right now. And it looks like we've got 10 people in this live stream. So bump up the likes when you enter into the room so that this live stream can rank a little bit. Did that answer your question, Mia and David? Can you guys now chat in the live stream? If not, don't worry about it. Somebody else in the Facebook chat will be able to address your concerns. But yeah, I thought that it was very thorough. It was very worth it. Very transformative experience. So be sure to check out Kevin's HTC video just because he goes into it in a lot greater detail than I could. It's only been 7 weeks for me, so I don't really know. I have to now execute and implement my new skill, but yeah, I mean, watch his video. I feel essentially the same way. Cranky Apple asks, "Would you fight Kevin Yee?" Probably not, just because I can't think of a single reason why I would ever fight Kevin Yee. Kevin is very well versed in not just verbal jujitsu, but also real jujitsu. So I don't think fighting Kevin Yee would be the smartest option for someone like me. Um, we're like similar sizes, but like, it's like that's the thing, right? It's like, um, I I also wouldn't fight. I wouldn't actually fight anyone just because anybody who's ever been in a fight would kick my ass regardless. That's the thing. It's like I've learned that recently that it's like I will lose based on the pretense that I have never been in a fight before and that person has. The kid could be like 5 feet tall. If he's been in a fight and I haven't been in a fight, I'm definitely gonna get my ass kicked just because he knows what it's like to take a hit and I necessarily don't. Sen asks, why are you streaming here when you got more subs on your channel? Why not? Why not? I'm taking advantage also of the Kevin Yee setup. This is cool. And I don't know. I thought this would just be a fun exercise. So again, there's no real reason for this. I don't really have an agenda except to address any potential questions that anybody may have. You can keep them light and free form. Really, you can ask me anything, and I'll answer them in the live stream. But yeah, this is just for fun, you guys. For fun, but somewhat serious. It can get serious if you want it to be serious. But again, without live chat comments, I don't really know what else to talk about except for what I am doing here. And yeah. Anywho. But what I was saying about fighting, yeah, so that's a crazy thing about fights, you know. Fights, I think, are one of those things where it's like you could be I saw a guy who was trained in a martial art for so many years. He like learned how to fight. He had like a sifu and he was like um he like was actually trained in like, like karate or some stuff. And then like he went up against somebody who didn't have martial arts experience, but had been in many fights, right? And the funny thing about that was he got his ass kicked. Now he knew how to like block and everything, but it's like in reality, when you are fighting to survive and you are fighting That's a different game because people who've been in real fights are gonna know how to handle their emotions a bit better, and it's not going to be like practice, when you've done that. And that's not to discredit martial arts. I mean, I think that you can learn a lot of good techniques and self defense concepts and ideas, but like it's not necessarily like I mean, again, the only true test of it all is really the reality of it. And actually, this is great. I'm glad that you asked that question because this is a perfect segue into business. It's like people who go to a business degree and learn all these things. I'm not calling anybody out specifically here, but how that is not always going to necessarily translate over to the real world just because a lot of theories and philosophies are being pushed towards you from textbooks doesn't mean that when it comes to doing your own thing that it's going to guarantee your success. And I think that ultimately that's where the biggest scam of college comes from is the guarantee that the information that you're getting is going to bear fruit and then it doesn't. Because that's the irony of getting a business degree is like you get a business degree to learn business, and I guess the end goal here would be to start your own business. However, it doesn't always translate, and people go get business roles with a business degree. But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, there's theory and then there's real life application and execution, and they're two radically different things. And just because you have all the information doesn't mean you really know how to use it. We actually hit a little bit of a breakthrough earlier this week with um our closing team, and we were talking about like information. We were playing a game, a spy game, 2 days ago, and a fascinating thing was it was almost like the less you knew, the better, because sometimes information overload can give you paralysis, right? And when you know too much, then now you're too concerned about like whether you're doing it right or doing it wrong, that it actually prevents you from taking action. And I think that in a strange way, education does that for some people because it's like it's information, right? Everything is theory. And then it's like there's like the aspect of is this right or is this wrong? Whereas if you just kind of approached it and just implemented and executed, you would have a very different result, and you would learn as you go as well. Um, it's kind of like okay, so to relate it back to the fight metaphor that I was just talking about, a guy who's taking a hit to the face, right? Versus a guy who's trained how to fight but has never taken a hit to the face. I guarantee you the guy that knows how to take a blow to the face is going to fare better because when he hits a wall and a challenge comes his way, he's going to be much more I guess prepared to deal with that, and he may even overcome it more so than the other guy. So I hope you get a little bit of value out of that. I'm glad that you asked that question because now it spurs a little bit of a discussion. Um, and that's the thing. Like I feel like that analogy right there is so applicable to life, especially with education and with information. Because one thing that I've noticed today with a lot of people my age and myself included, I am not exempt from this in any manner, is that too much information prevents you from taking action. There's information overload and then there's inaction. And I think that that's where a lot of people are struggling, myself included. I'm definitely at that same spot as well. Um, and I know Kevin on this channel, ironically, because I'm streaming on his channel, uploaded a video about college and education and everything. And he's also brought on a variety of different guests who have gone through higher education, gone through graduate education, and it was probably maybe not what they were looking for. I'm not discrediting education, but it may not have yielded the results that they would have wanted. So, yeah, thank you for that comment. I really appreciate that. This is productive and fun. Um, bring the swag like big baller Kevin. I have swag too. It's just not gonna be like Kevin's swag. You're gonna get like me talking type swag. I don't even know what that is. Like what define swag and then I'll do my best to emulate it. Seton asks, "What's your future with HTC? Do you have any goals set in mind?" Excellent question. So it's a high income skill, right? A lot of it comes down to mindset. Kevin has obviously talked extensively about it on this channel. What I will say about this is like I want to help out with Kevin's closing team. I definitely want to use a lot of my strengths to be able to help realize a lot of the goals that we have. But that's the thing about it is that I personally think it's more of a lifestyle, and that's where people will not really fully understand. Like, okay, so why are you learning this for? Is this for anything specific? And you kind of go into it with specific goals, which no doubt are important. But I came out of it a different person. And I think that that's a lot of the takeaway that other people who have gone through this also feel is that your goals are important and you should hit your goals. You know, that's going to give you a sense of progress, that you got something out of it. But I really think that it was more of a mindset shift, because it was only because of the mindset shift that all of those other things became possible. And I know that may seem very basic, but that's the important thing about a transformative experience is that you go through a lot of these different processes, right? That Dan takes you through, and it really does come down to that. It's not just necessarily limited to a high income skill. You can use it for a variety of different things, whether it's improving your relationships with people. I think personally, for me, the way I communicate with people, definitely I saw a change in that. The way I approached problems, the way I also handled problems, and how I like overcame people who I didn't really like. That's where I got the greatest value of it as well. So, um, that's just generally what I brought out of it. As far as the future of it, like that's still in the works. I know this year is coming to an end, wrapping that. But yeah, I'm gonna write down my goals. I'll do this on my own channel, talk about what it is I want to do, personally on YouTube, business wise, personal goals that I have. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. 2018 has just been a crazy wild ride for me personally, and I'm as well. A lot of um events have happened to not just us, but a lot of people that we talked to on the closing team. So it's now a matter of taking everything that we've learned, talking about it, and implementing. Right? That's a transformative experience is all great and everything, but really where the big, I guess, results are going to come from is when you successfully implement it. So that's the um where's Kevin at? New founder asks. Kevin is to my right. You can't really see, but he's off in the corner editing video, and he's been very gracious in letting me use his YouTube platform to talk for the next however many minutes about stuff. But thankfully, this has evolved into a productive discussion about business and fights and where he's at. So, this is good because I don't really have an agenda. I'm really going off of what people are saying in the comments and what I feel like I want to talk about. Um, Kevin grew his hair back. No, he didn't. This is just a different Asian guy. We don't all look alike. I mean, I will be the first to say that I am guilty of that as well. But yeah, he's doing something else. He's editing videos. Kevin's videos, you guys show Kevin some love with the videos that he puts up. Okay, there's a lot of value in Kevin's videos. Some of them tend to be long, but if you watch them in their entirety with context, you can get a lot out of it. Leave him a like and all that in his videos. He edits like some heavy duty videos with a lot of free information that he's giving away. And his pharmacy videos, I mean, they're the top trending on YouTube for that reason. The guy really is pretty upfront, pretty candid, an open book when it comes to his past experiences being a PharmD. He's still a PharmD, but being a pharmacist. So I actually don't know much about pharmacy. So if you're in this live stream right now and you're going to ask pharmacy questions, I am the wrong person to ask. I am in Kevin's chair, but I cannot answer pharmacy questions. So don't ask any pharmacy questions in this live stream because that's yeah, I wouldn't be able to provide you any kind of value there. Ah, gosh, let's see. I'm slowly going through these live chats. Deviant Drippy Pazance Heath. Wow, what a name. Is this Kevin? Voice and hair looking different. Clearly, it is not Kevin. I do not speak like Kevin. I don't look like Kevin. I mean, we have a lot of things in common, but we're not that similar. I am just in Kevin's chair right now. So yeah, that's what's going on right here. Hey guys, we got 11 people watching the stream. Do hit the likes up as you enter this live stream. It would mean a lot to me and Kevin Yee. I'm here sitting in for Kevin Yee and answering some questions, and I thought I'd freshen it up a little bit, talk about some different stuff. He's been very nice letting me use his platform to talk and interface with a lot of you. So thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. Let's see, just to address a few other things. He doesn't curse like Kevin. Oh, you would be wrong. I am trying not to curse as much, but I unfortunately curse every once in a while. Like I'll say things like damn and ass, which I guess aren't really curse words, but like, I try not to curse as much on camera. That's again something I'm working on. Goal for New Year. Like I'm just gonna be real. Like cursing, like it helps me get what it is I want to talk about across. Like it's just like the raw expression of emotion. But I'm also just like I don't know, like I try not to curse. I do curse when I converse with people normally. On video, I try not to do it as much just because I know I read this somewhere randomly on YouTube, but I know there's only a certain number of F bombs you can drop until your video becomes age restricted or whatever. And it's like I never knew what that number was, so therefore I never wanted to risk it. And I guess my response to that was just not cursing at all. So I don't know. That's my response. Yeah, I don't talk like Kevin. But Kevin doesn't curse that much. I mean, everybody says, fuck once in a while, but it's like it's weird. Newfounder asks, "How old are you?" You can find that out on my YouTube channel. Type how old I am. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see. You have to get a buzz cut like Kevin and Matt Tran. It's a requirement. No, it is not a requirement. I mean, Kevin, I guess what got a buzz cut and did his thing because like he I think balding and he accepted it and looks good on him really. And Matt Tran looks good with a buzz cut. I don't think I would look as good with a buzz cut. Obviously, I've never tried. My hair used to be a lot shorter when I was younger, but like I guess it's something worth trying, but it's like that's the thing. The almighty buzz cut is just like I'm not really sure. There at one point in my life, I considered joining the military, and I knew that that would probably have been a requirement. But it's like if I wanted to join the military that bad, I don't think a buzz cut would have phased me. Um, so yeah, I mean, I have considered it at some point. I just don't think it would look very good on me. I have a weirdly shaped head, so I don't really know how that would manifest, how that would look. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Archer Yee says, "Yo, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me." Peter one says, "I know you. Sup, Zach? How's it going, Peter?" I know, right? Weird seeing me on a different YouTube channel broadcasting live. Doesn't happen very often. Talk about an anime crossover, right? This is like how it happens. This is like, um, it's like, oh gosh, what example can I use? This is like if like Pikachu met damn it. It's like if Pikachu met Goku. Or I don't know, no, that's not right. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? This is like a real anime crossover of the century. And just a random shameless plug on my YouTube channel. I am looking forward to reaching out to bigger Asians on YouTube as well for ultimate anime crossovers. Because that's how you make noise, is cross platform like that. But yeah, let's see. Interesting. Glad you guys are buddies. Yeah, dude. Kevin Yee was my 23rd subscriber, like back in July, which is crazy, and it was in one of his live streams as documented. I say that a lot, but it's actually true. And the thing is, the growth was very, very evident. Kevin was one of my like really, really early YouTube supporters. I had been following him for stuff like entrepreneurship, HTC, that kind of thing. It stood out to me. A guy delivers great value. And I obviously found out about his video through another person who did a video on his video about the whole Angela Fang dating thing. And that's like his most popular video. So obviously, I found out about Kevin also through a popular video about dating while 30 as a woman with Angela. And I know most people on here are also watch Kevin's stuff because they found Kevin through Angela's video, which is, hey, don't get me wrong, it's a great video. And my boy Solo TV 84 did a video on it. I am actually going to be talking with Solo TV 84 on Sunday, which will be a lot of fun. Random shameless plug here, but that's the truth of the matter right there. I love Solo TV 84. I think his commentary is absolutely hilarious. It's great, and it's nice because it's like I'm talking to him, but then he did a video on Kevin's video, and he doesn't know Kevin, but it's like full circle. And the internet community is smaller than you guys would believe. Believe me, it's not that like if you were to message your favorite influencer, YouTuber, whatever, whoever you follow, you'd be surprised. Like a lot of people kind of know each other. The YouTube community, regardless of what niche you're in, I'm in more of the politics, social commentary thing. Kevin does like farm videos and lifestyle videos, HTC, that kind of thing. Everyday vlogs. It's like there's a lot of crossover. Like not everybody knows everybody, but it's smaller than you would think. Like Asians, we look out for each other. We definitely try to find our own. That is still something that we embody. We try to find our own in a crowd. That's just because of how we are. And it's like Kevin. It's like I'd been following Kevin for months before I even got more active on my YouTube channel because I watched a lot of his videos and saw where he was coming from. There was just like there aside from like Matt Tran and himself and maybe Dan Locke, a few other Asian influencers, there's not really a lot of people I can really like relate to and are doing that. It's like we have a lot of Asians on YouTube, don't get me wrong, but it's like aside from like, Wong Fu, just kidding, that kind of stuff. Ryan Higa, it's just like, and a lot of the musicians like David Choi, Kina Grannis, it's like we need more Asians on YouTube, be talking about some real stuff, whether it's business or life or politics or anything. As far as like the political sphere is concerned, I mean, there's myself, the Asian capitalist, and a few other people that talk politics, but like we need more folks like us who are doing that. And I say that not because of the representation aspect, but you're going to be granted a different perspective. But I won't, get too political on this channel. It's a little bit different. I have to remind myself that I am on Kevin's channel, so I wanna still kind of keep the vibe as much as I can. Um, Setnaz, I think Dan Locke curses more than Kevin. Yeah, that's for damn sure. You guys should check out Dan Locke's mentor, Dan Pena. Now that guy is not politically correct. I thought that Dan curses a lot. You should watch Dan Pena videos. You guys, I was watching on my drive down from the Phoenix area to LA. I was listening to Dan Pena on London Real, and that interview is really extensive. The guy basically crushes Generation Snowflakes. That's all we are, because he comes from a time period where it's just like kill or be killed. Comes from like a post-war kind of like people kind of talk about him as being like the worst of the boomers, but I disagree. It's just kind of like the guy's a man. And that's what's severely lacking on our culture right now, especially amongst people our age, people between the ages of like 18 and 38 right now. It's just like there is a severe decline of testosterone and masculinity in our culture. And I don't want to get too turned up on Kevin's channel, but it's absolutely true. Dan Pena, it's rather refreshing to hear that because, like, Dan Pena, interestingly enough, to be real with you guys, actually reminds me a lot of like my grandfather. My grandfather was also a very successful businessman and he talked the same way. It was just kind of like that's just how it worked. Back in those days, it was like, it was not uncommon to be married at 24, have like 5 kids, wrote like 4 books, and be like on your way to in a good career, or if you started your own business, running your own business. Like that's what men did back in the day. And I don't say that to be chauvinistic or anything, but chauvinist, sorry. It's just like that's the time period he comes from. And it's interesting to bring it back to Dan Locke. They talk very, very similar. You'll see that Dan actually picks from the same tree, and like he says a lot of things like Dan, like the famous line about why you're poor and all that. That's like right from Dan Pena. And I think the whole aspect of dressing to impress, dressing right, 3-piece suit stuff. Dan's very well dressed. Both Dans are. That comes from Dan Senior, Dan Pena. So definitely check out that London Real interview. His talks from like little segments with QLA and all that. It's really good stuff. Again, it's not going to be for snowflakes. It's not always going to be politically correct. But when it comes to this kind of world, and the world that he comes from the Donald Trump era. Plain and simple. Dan Pena and Donald Trump are like the same age. It's like they come from that era of businessmen. They were like the people that followed after Andrew Carnegie and Henry Ford and John D. Rockefeller and everything. And I would guarantee you right now, it's like if some of those guys were still alive today, like if Rockefeller were still alive today, he would probably talk exactly the same as that. You probably wouldn't like him. That's the crazy thing is like we kind of idolize these people and we're just like, but them as a people, like it's like they will live through times like the Great Crash of 29, the Great Depression, the World War, all of that kind of stuff. Like it changes people, and Dan Pena has a point when he says that, it's like there's a decline of men in our culture right now. There's a decline of people kind of wrestling with it, going forth with it. And he's not wrong. Like actual testosterone levels have dropped considerably since the 1950s. Men on average have half the amount of testosterone they had back in the 50s. And I will say that and stand by that because it's true. Anyways, I don't want to rant too much about that. I'll address a couple of other things in the live chat here. Let's see. 88 Mark 86 asks, how do you like Arizona? How do you cope with the heat? Well, thankfully, I moved around in the November area, so the weather right now is actually really cool. It's not incredibly hot. Um, I mean, the heat has never really bothered me. In my youth, I spent a few years in Arizona and it gets mighty hot, but it's like a dry heat. So it's not like, it's not like the tropics or whatever where it feels like it's 10 degrees warmer just because it's so humid. I guess I'm just going to have to bear with it and get used to it. It's definitely going to be an adjustment from California weather, from Bay Area weather. But like, I mean, I haven't had to endure the summertime just yet, but when that happens, I'll let you know. How long are you in LA for? Gosh, I don't know. However long Kevin. I'm crashing at Kevin's place right now. That's why I'm in LA. I mean, like, I'll probably be here for a couple of days, like maybe till like Saturday night or Sunday morning or something. Like probably Saturday night, like realistically.
Um, and that's yeah. I mean, again, just here to collaborate, talk business, do that kind of stuff. Any good you ate? New founder asks, any good you ate? You're gonna have to clarify on that question. I'm not really sure what you mean. I think any good you ate. Don't get that. Coda says, hi, Coda. How's it going? Um, do you Justin Escalona from you? Do I know Justin Escalona from USC? He has very entertaining vids, big channel. I unfortunately do not know that individual, and I don't know many people from USC. A lot of people I went to high school with went to USC, University of Southern California, or as I like to say, the University of Spoiled Children. It's a very expensive school. And no, I don't know that person, but I do know a lot of folks that went to USC. A lot of, I think something like 30 people from my graduating class overseas went to USC, which is absurd. That's like a huge number of people. Really expensive school too, but don't get me started on expensive private schools in California. Hung Yin, who is also in our closest group, says, Kevin, you grew your hair back. No, this is Zach, everybody. Other person in the live stream right now. This is not Kevin. Kevin's editing videos, but I get to use the ring light. I get to use the SM7. So, it's good stuff. I got to get me one of these mics for my channel. Then I'll be like on Joe Rogan level or on the way to doing that. Again, I have goals, I want to be like Asian Joe Rogan one day. And I got to get myself an SM7. I also have to get myself a pair of badass headphones just so I look legit. And better lighting too. So this ring light is terrific. I think I might go out and get myself one. I know they're like $99. It's funny how ring lights were pioneered in the makeup world, in the makeup niche, and now it's like everybody uses a ring light. Does everybody find that interesting? Like ring lights were like, it's like, yeah, because they kind of disperse light in a way where it's like it kind of emphasizes your face. It's like not directional, like coming from the top. So it's like really cool, And it's interesting that now like every vlogger, every podcaster, and person with a camera who wants to make content in dimly lit areas is going to resort to a ring light setup. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna get I want to get. I like using Kevin's setup. This is somewhat comfortable and it looks good. So, and you guys can let me know how the audio quality is. SM7s, I've used them before. They generally don't disappoint. So, yeah. Let's see. Does Dan Pena have a YouTube channel? Dan Pena actually does have a YouTube channel. He has a good 60,000 subscribers. Just looking him up, Dan Pena. It's really funny. I think Dan Pena looks like Anthony Hopkins. So if they ever made a movie about him, they should get Anthony Hopkins to play him, even though I think Anthony Hopkins is older. Let me know in the chat if you agree with me. They look alike. So just a random thought. But yeah, you can check out Dan Pena's content on his YouTube channel. Cranky Apple asks, would you go bald like Kevin? No, I don't believe I'm balding. My hairline certainly isn't receding. I know a lot of men out there think that they're going bald and everything, but some people just have like high hairlines, right? And that's actually a sign of being a high testosterone male. Fun fact for you guys. No, my hair is not receding. I believe some relatives on my mother's side had like male pattern baldness and everything, but hopefully I don't suffer from that. I don't really know. And again, losing your hair is not like the worst thing ever. I mean, Kevin and Matt try and make it work. So Mariel says, "Oh my God, Zach, ha ha ha." Yeah, I know. This is funny. I'm starting to find my stride on here, but again, I have class in like 25 minutes, so I don't really know if I can keep this up forever. New founder asks, sorry, any good food you ate? Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, so Kevin lives out in Koreatown, right? There's a lot of good Korean barbecue. We went and got Korean barbecue last night after the Dan Lok class. It went on quite a while. And Dan, again, always over delivers. I will not speak badly about that. It was a good class. But the thing is, we were just getting so hungry. So we went and got Korean barbecue at like, I don't know, 1 a.m. in the morning. And it was like Kevin's like first meal of the day, and I hadn't eaten in like 12 hours. So we went and pigged out, got Korean barbecue. Correct. Hey, Kevin, do you remember the place we went to last night? Okay, so we went to Haijin Tong. Did everyone get that? It's a place. Wait, did I say that right? Haijin Tong. Oh, Haijin Chong. That's the Korean barbecue place we went to last night. Haijin Chong. It's really good. It's funny. It was yeah, the food there is awesome. And it's like all you can eat. So, go there on an empty stomach and you'll really get your money's worth. Also go there with a lot of people. I feel like with Korean barbecue, it's so festive, you know? Like Korean barbecue is amazing. I don't know a single person who doesn't go to Korean barbecue and gets excited over the food. So every time you go to Korean barbecue, like it was fun with just myself and Kevin, but like bring your whole entourage. And I don't have to tell Asians to do that. I'm talking to a lot of the people out there who've never had Korean barbecue. Definitely go there and bring your friends, bring everybody with you, and get as much food as you want. And it's a lot of fun. They cook the food in front of you and everything. I'm sure you all know what Korean barbecue is, but that's what we had last night. So yes, to answer your question, you founder, I had some good food here. Again, Koreatown has a lot of awesome, tasty options. So Hung Yen asks, "You and Kevin going to Cafe Lou?" I don't know, Kevin. Are we going to Cafe Lou? Hey, Hung, answer this in the live chat. What's Cafe Lou? Yeah, answer that and I'll answer. I'm not really sure what that is. Archer says for sure. Zach and Kevin and Zach rolling to San Gabriel for some toe mein. You mean chow mein? I don't know what that is. No, Korean food. There's a lot of Korean eatery places around here, so I am taking advantage of that. Oh yeah, because where I live in Arizona, it's hard to find good Korean barbecue. It's hard to find good. Hung New Yen says it's a Vietnamese cafe. Can you go? Can you tell me more about Cafe Lou? I feel like this is an inside joke that I'm not fully understanding. What? Oh, yeah. So we got him looking it up so we can display it on the main screen. This is good because I can actually look over and see what's on Kevin's screen. Oh, come on, Hung. Wow. Low blow, man. To answer your question, probably not. I had no idea that it had a lot of women in skimpy outfits. Do you have to be Asian to work at Cafe Lou though? So is it like because I know there are restaurants around here that are like bikini waitresses type places, right? Is that what Cafe Lou is? Oh, all right. Well, Hung, all you had to do was say that. It would have saved me the stress. No, so to answer your question, probably not. We're probably not going to go to Cafe Lou. Um, got better things to do. That rhymed unintentionally. Anywho, this live stream has been going on for about 37 minutes. I'll answer a few final comments and questions that y'all may have, and then I have to go do something else with my life. So, this has been a lot of fun broadcasting as Kevin Yee. I think I'm gonna keep the stream name as sitting in for Kevin Yee. This is gonna be good. I made history today. Anime crossover right here. So yeah, last few questions here. 88 Mark 86. You play in a band. I used to play in a band when I lived out in the San Francisco Bay, and now that I've moved and live in Arizona, I do not play music right now at the moment. I have goals for 2019. Stay tuned. I'm gonna have a music YouTube channel where I just like sing covers and like sing some stuff, and that'll be fun. That's part of my it's on my vision board for 2019, so it will happen. Again, want to start a couple. I don't want to do too much music on my main channel just because it's like politics and all that. So it's good to have that like separated. I do a little bit of music and it's been good response. So, but again, like I think I'm gonna like keep it you know keep it separate. Keep it separate. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream. If you just jumped in, there's 8 people here. Be sure to hit the like button on this live stream. Show your boy Kevin Yee some love. Thank you to Kevin Yee for letting me sit in on his setup and doing this live stream. This actually turned out to be a really good live stream, and I hope he keeps it. I'm gonna end the stream in a couple minutes here, but this was thoroughly productive. I really enjoyed this. I may even mirror some clips from here onto my channel, but this is good. Again, like hit the like button. Thank you for hitting the like button. I see the likes went up. And again, you guys, really appreciate you joining me for this impromptu live surprise live stream. This is like I'm not like a guest on Kevin's live stream. It's like I'm a guest host on Kevin's live stream. That's where it's funny. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, you guys can find me at Zach Hing. I have a YouTube channel as well, as most of you probably already know. But again, this was fun. So thank you, Kevin, for having me on your live stream. Kevin's in the corner editing. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there, and I will talk to all of you soon. Take care.